Hey, beautiful people. So I have finally stopped cycling for the day. I didn't even ride that much, just 150 Ks, which is reasonable anyway. Apparently, I am developing a bit of a um, sun color. But that's simply like I put on sunscreen on my face, I swear, because I'm always wearing sunglasses, right? It's just sun keeps on hitting and you get a bit of a tan. But it doesn't really matter. What I want to tell you about is that I had like the coolest, craziest day right now, seriously, like today. I met this so I've been riding on the trail from Pittsburgh to Washington D.C. and it's been just like the coolest thing ever. There's all these cyclists, all these people touring. There's like food and water and 1,001 bike shops out there. And this trail is just like kilometers and kilometers of no cars, and it's so amazing and so incredible. And you get so many other cyclists, so many people. Sorry, I keep trying not to move it. You keep getting all these people who are really into cycling as well, who are doing stuff, who want to talk, who don't want to talk. So in one of the places, one of the towns on the way here, I stopped. I ended up kind of taking too long of a break, but that was because I met a really, really cool person. This guy, he writes, he's he's like a freelance journalist and he basically travels around the country and he goes to all these different places, but he writes for a few publications and he has been writing for economics and stock market and financial review and all these different things for years and years and years, like 25 years. And now he's like wanting to start, he loves an adventure, he's really outdoor guy and he really wants to start writing about something like this, you know, adventure, travel, and all this kind of stuff, just fitness and whatnot, like along those lines, something different, something fun, adventurous. And he actually wants to canoe down like the biggest rivers in America and write about that and write about the towns and how different all the small towns are that are not completely, you know, swept over by all these global corporations and look identical, but from the riverside, like if you drive through towns, right, like a lot of them have, you know, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, and all these different kind of things. But if you're canoe down the river and kind of approach and look at towns from that way, he feels like that will show a different view of towns, and that's what he wants to write about. That's his like big trip that he wants to do and publish and sell and stuff like that. Those kind of stories that he wants to work on now. So right now he decided to embrace upon this trail, this ride as well. He was not wanting to do at the, I guess, speed that I'm doing it, but that is because he has different goals and he's also doing a different thing. He lives around Washington D.C. area and I obviously need to get there in time to be able to explore a little bit, but then obviously fly home. So we have different goals that we're kind of working with, even though we both have same kind of level of adventure. He's also camping, and obviously I'm not camping. I'm finding all these little accommodations to stay in, and all these different things. And this is like his first trip, and he wants to do it in 3 to 4 days. That's like what he's wanting to do. So it was so cool though to meet someone who's doing these things, and I've been listening to a lot of writing podcasts on this trip actually, like, well, to this one, but lots of episodes from that podcast, and it's been very interesting and I'm learning heaps, and it's been really, 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 really cool. I just kind of realized that I'm in someone's house maybe, but I don't think there are any cameras around anyway. So anyway, so that took a little bit longer than expected, but I had food, I relaxed and had like water and things, and we had like the coolest conversations. We talked about all sorts of different things. So I then left and he continued to take a bit more of a break. And I didn't get to the town which I was going to get to. I was aiming to get to, but it's not. Basically, because the kind of the minus side of, if you can look at it as the negative. I don't know if it is a negative or not. Not really, but Depends how you look at it. On these trails, right, at night time, nobody really rides, right? So it is a good thing, which means that you have all this space to yourself and you can just like relax and ride and not worry about things. But at the same time, there's completely no lights on these trails. It's just bush upon bush, and it's absolutely incredibly beautiful at night, during the day, and like in the morning and evening and stuff with the sunlight and sun going down. It's just gorgeous. But at nighttime, it's pitch black, literally pitch black. And I have good lights. Like, I'm lucky that I have good lights. And also obviously the starry sky was very, very beautiful. But after riding for about hour and a half in pitch black in the bush, I decided that although yes, I feel reasonably safe riding on this trail in the middle of the night, I would much rather just kind of stop the day around 9 p.m. the latest, and get to some sort of accommodation, which is what I did. So now I am in this random little roadhouse that popped up out of nowhere, but not really out of nowhere. It's in a town called Rockwood, and it's pretty cool. It's called the Husky Haven, and literally the place is like filled with like different husky things. Like, there's all these pictures of huskies everywhere. Like, the owners have huskies. It's they also have a big camping ground outside if you're like camping, but obviously I'm not, so I'm just staying in the house. And they have like the whole usual stuff, you know, the kitchen, and then there's like the washing machine downstairs and the dryer, which is incredible, which means I can just check that in and just pay a little bit of money and not worry about it. It's $3 for, you know, washing and drying, but it's all good. And there's also like a choice of 3 rooms, so this is the room I'm staying in tonight, and I'm pretty happy about it because although I absolutely love cycling and traveling and all that, I also felt like it was time for me to find a place to stay tonight. And then when I got into this town, I was seeing it on the GPS, so that I was getting in here, but I had like no service and no connection, no internet, nothing. And I was like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna like Google and find like this place? I went to the petrol station, I was asking them, and they kind of had no idea. But they have, I'll show you. I will show you. They have this little Pittsburgh to Washington DC little map things. How cool is that? Because like, this is a legitimate trail, right? So like, a lot of people do this trail. So if you open it up, I'll open it up right now. There's like a whole lot of little things and all these different things like advertise where you can stay and stuff like that. And that is like so incredibly helpful. So with these petrol station owners, we kind of quickly found a couple, gave a couple of them a call, and this place picked up. So I asked them about the room for a night. So anyway, for a camping ground, check-in is 24 hours, and it's downstairs, and there's actually a civilian, like, it's there's like video camera recording everything. So it's all good. And up here, like, obviously I look up the house, and here you can see like there's everything in here, like where you can drink, eat, go to sleep. Where's the camping ground? Yeah, so along this trail there's like so many camping grounds. It's incredible, like, it's insane. There's continuously little water stops, bathrooms, food, and just non-stop ongoing little trail thing to get you to Washington DC, which is pretty good. And I'm gonna study this little thing for a little while. Yeah, oh yeah, and there's even like a little elevation mileage thing. Look, there's like a little elevation and mileage thing on it. That's really cool. That is so cool. So if you are wanting to do it on the cheap, obviously camping is the way to go, and you'll have all these amenities available to you as well. Yeah, if you want to do this ride. And it's pretty cool. It's really cool. There's so many bike shops. There's like bike shop on the freaking every 10 miles there's a bike shop. I'm just, yeah. But obviously this is like a very well traveled route for bicycles, so all the towns along the way accommodate, and there's lots of little random pop-up cafes and little things where you can like go get food and snacks and water and obviously stay the night, because people know that cyclists go through here and they will get business. But at the same time, as a cyclist, it is incredible, and it's like a peace of mind to know that this is available, and it's not as scary as it may seem to begin with. So anyway, I'm having a brilliant time just adventuring, really, right? Like, and seeing how everything goes. But I'm also very, very grateful that I was able to find this place tonight, and I feel happy and safe and satisfied, and I have some of my snacks which I can snack on as dinner. So it's all good. It's all good. I had pizza for lunch, had vegan pizza for lunch at that place a few hours back, and I have some dried fruit and I have some muesli bars, and we'll be sweet before tomorrow. This trip has been so much fun. All sorts of things are happening to my face and whatnot, but it's okay, it's fine, it's all fun, it's good fun. So anyway, hope you found this video interesting and informative and all that stuff. I will try to kind of study this a little bit more and maybe tell you a bit more about it in the next coming up videos, or just in like the general video that I'll do afterwards in regards to this trail. And I'll do like a separate videos for all the different sections of the tour that I'm doing, because I feel like each one of them has its own little whiz bangs and whistles. So anyway, let's end this video here. Hope you're having an awesome, wonderful day. Hope you are enjoying and having a good time. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, remember to stop counting calories, start counting hills, count your adventures, count your passions. Thanks so much for tuning in and being here with me and checking in and living your life to the max.